Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel. If this is the first time you're visiting with us, I want to extend you a very warm welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. In the spirit of the holidays, we're going to show you a couple of projects that relate to holiday giving and gift giving, right? The first of them is a nice cedar box, and we have used some brass screws in it just to give it more character. You could use dowels there instead of brass screws, right? This is specifically made to house a plate, a display plate, is that what it's called? And a box like that would be very hard to find, I think, right? And as you can see, it has a friction top. Looks very, very nice inside. And actually smells very nice inside, right? And the second box is again for a very specific purpose. And we probably still have to do maybe a little sanding on this, right?
Yeah.
But it is the same idea. It is a friction top, and you want it tight when you make it, because with as time passes this will get a little looser, right? So when you build it, you want it tight. As you can see, it's a very nice box. It took us very little time to make it, right? We definitely enjoy it. And the last is we want to show you how to make something like this. And what is this?
It's a Christmas tree.
It is a Christmas tree, and I built it to be a decoration you can put on the wall, right? However, as we were playing earlier, if you use thinner material, you can put it on top of your box and have a Christmas three-dimensional decoration box, right? Additionally, you can scale it down and make it a Christmas ornament,
Right.
or you can scale it up and have a charcuterie board. So this is a great idea. I think, at least. I mean, I made it, so I think it's a great idea. And I do think the trick is that this is not horizontal.
Yeah. For sure.
This was the hardest thing I have to describe how to do when I was telling Elpida and Mrs. Wizard what we're doing today. I don't know why, but I wasn't communicating correctly. But I thought that if it was horizontal, it wouldn't look as good. Doesn't it look kind of better?
I agree.
In any case, like always, we're going to show you how to do everything. We used virtually every tool we own on this build.
Just about.
You do not need that many tools, right? You do need something to cut with. You do need a sander. What else you will need? And a screwdriver of some sort, a drill.
Grill. Yeah.
Right? Would you need anything else? We wanted to finish the video fast so we can show it to you. So we use all our power equipment. Probably this is the more equipment we've used in any video ever.
Yeah.
I think so. So we're going to show you how to build everything that you see here on this table here. Do you like that, this table here?
Yes.
There. It doesn't want to stay.
Of course, it doesn't fit there.
There.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So we start with an idea, and I kind of drew a tree. I'm very proud of my 3-year-old drawing here. And then we went online and we found something similar. Mine is much better, right?
Yes.
Much better.
More better.
So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to cut this outline so we can trace it on the wood, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's do it.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
This one?
Yes.
Not the other one.
Not the other one.
Not that one.
Okay, sure.
Now another option is you can freehand that, right? If you're a very talented artist,
Yeah.
you can freehand it on your wood. That sounded a little dirtier than I. And our intent is to use our band saw. You can definitely use a jigsaw for this, right?
Or a scroll saw.
Or a scroll saw.
I remembered it today.
Yeah, I think the jigsaw would work, but it would be a little more unruly for something this,
Yeah.
you
Even
know,
with a fine blade.
small.
I'm still very proud. This is the best sketch I've made in years. I might have to put it on the refrigerator.
I'll put a star on it.
You need a gold star for the drawing.
Well, you know how horrible I am in drawing, right? I mean, this is almost, it actually represents what I was thinking.
So it went from your brain onto the paper?
It did.
Wow, that's
And
that's
it
good.
looked like what someone could understand. Usually when I draw things, you are like, what is this?
Someone did understand it.
So this is a little time consuming, by far not the most time consuming. And of course you can use other shapes for either other seasons or more Christmas decorations, right? Like you can definitely make a snowman, which is in essence 3 bolts on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Or you can make a bolt. I mean, there are a lot of things you can do with this technique that we're going to show you today. And here we are with our finished project, and that would be our template.
This is
our
the finished project?
No, no, no,
The
no.
fastest project we've ever
Wow, I'm done! Yay!
Stop it, you do.
This is the fastest project we've ever done.
These are a finished template. Enough
Okay.
of your shenanigans.
Well, it is made from a tree.
So we're going to take it and apply it on our wood.
On our wood.
So we're going to use a hardwood to create a contrast in our wood, and we're going to sandwich between 2 softwoods, right? And in order to do that, we need to cut it. We're going to use our bandsaw for this operation, and in this instance, usually in the bandsaw we freehand, right? In fact, this might be the first time we're even using the fence.
No, we have used the fence.
So we want to make sure in either case that it is perfectly square, right? So we're taking a measurement. It's very similar to what to do with the tables, all right? We're taking a measurement here, and then we're going to make sure that it's the same measurement on the other side. Does it make sense?
Yep.
And now we're going to cut it. Do you want to do it, sweetie?
If you want me to.
Which
it's
way we're
right
cutting it?
inside.
This way or this way? Okay. You might be not. Excellent, and it looks pretty good to me. What do you think? And so for people that always say that you cannot make good clean cuts with a bandsaw, Exhibit A, right? And Exhibit B for that matter.
Yeah.
And this is a blade we've used for a good 5 years. It's not a brand new blade.
And it came with the saw.
And the saw is about 20 or 30 years old, so another myth busted here at the Urban Homesteading Channel.
You're Mythbusters now.
Right. All right. All right, so we're going to cut another piece. We're using our scraps for this specific project.
Sorry for the dizziness with what have you.
So question, does it make sense? So you can definitely use your table saw to do this cut. Initially we used the bandsaw because we use Paducah, which is an expensive wood, and we wanted to waste a lot less material, right? As you can see, this blade is substantially thinner than any table saw blade will be, so it wastes less material. And then I guess we haven't used the bandsaw for some time and we want to use it today, you know. But again, it does a very nice cut, and we are going to move on with our design.
So we have placed the boards in the relationship that we want, and we've made sure that the pieces that are providing the accent will be in a good position once we join them together to make sure that the tree looks right, like we want it to, and that we're not wasting any, wood. And now we're going to trace the outline of the tree onto this before we join the pieces together.
And the reason we do that is because to save the expensive wood, we're going to make sure that when we join it, we are in the outline, right? Does it make sense? We're going to have the lines to make sure we do it correctly. Now, you can use a single piece of wood to do that. A, we're using, what do you call it, scraps here. And B, we wanted to give it a little more dimension with the
accent.
With the Paducah. Another solution here will be to use, to paint it, like instead of using the Paducah, if you don't have a contrast wood, paint it, right?
Do you need the thicker pencil for this?
It would probably help.
One application where the thicker pencil is actually better.
I mean, it's doing the job, but...
Another thing that you can do that Elpida would probably like is make thin strips like we did with the Paducah and Suzuki band them. And that will make them pop with a different color, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there are many options to do that. We had the Paducah and I was itching to use it. But you notice how different it cuts, right? You notice how denser it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's unreal, the difference. And of course now you can see you can do the same concept with and make a ball, make all kinds of different things, right? So with the tracing done, we now know exactly where the pieces need to be glued, right? This is not glued yet. We're going to glue it in just a moment.
That's not for you, buddy.
Here, don't. Make sure that you cover all the area that the outline is covering. Okay? You can connect those two, the first two.
This is an interesting glue-up method we've not used before, stacking.
Right. Of course, another option we would have is to make a dato and insert.
Yeah.
Put an insert versus
Yeah. Versus the strips. We'll have to adjust them when we put the clamps on there, right?
yeah.
We'll still have work time.
Yeah, we do need to be cognizant of that.
So we're going to do that for all the pieces.
Put a little more here. There's not enough glue
And
there.
then we will...
Here's the line.
Okay. Okay.
So we're going to do that for all the pieces, then we'll come back when we're ready to clamp.
I think it would be easier on its.
So we've got all the pieces glued, got them stacked, and we're going to use a clamp to hold them together. We have a little bit of squeeze out. We're going to wipe that out as soon as we get the clamp in place.
Okay, don't want to go too tight because it's cupping. You can't go too tight, honey.
Tight is good.
Too tight means that it cups and falls apart. Wait 1 second, please. I hope I have a second.
And that's together. can see how we line this up, all the pieces based on the amount, the tracing.
Okay, good. And we spare no expense at the Herbal Homesteading channel when it comes to equipment. And this is our very advanced clamping system, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't get any better than this. We do want this to have a very good connection, you know, we don't want it falling apart. And there will be no other binding system, that's all.
It's just glue.
Correct.
Okay.
So for our boxes, we're going to start with really rough cedar fencing posts like this. Mm-hmm. And we are going to finish them, and as you can see, they finish very nicely, right?
Yeah.
And then we are going to do a lot of things. We're going to combine them,
Join the pieces.
join the pieces, and we are going to have something like this. And this will be the bottom, and we're going to make another one for the top of our boxes. This is a repetitive process, so we're going to show you how to make one of them, right? And then we're going to do all of them, the rest of them off camera. Actually, it's tight. Please grab the off cut too. What you need to?
It's snowing.
Snowing.
Snowing cedar.
Yeah.
Sorry. Alright.
And the next step, now that we cut it, but we don't care about this dimension because we're going to cut it again, right? We'll just make it ready. So now, this is the episode we're going to use all our machines. If you have never used a thickness planer, it is a really cool machine, right?
Yeah, it is.
You can do the same thing with sanding, by the way. You don't have to have a thickness
Yeah,
planer.
but the planer is like a really fast and easy way to get it from a super rough board to a super smooth board. And it obviously can make all your boards the same thickness.
It takes several passes, but you can see how you already started. See how the rough surface is on this side, right?
Yeah, so everything was super rough like this, but this part now, because it's higher in the middle, has been started to get planed. And so as we go down, it'll keep taking off more.
And of course, the thickness planer is really good to take off a little capping. I mean, it's not a...
Yeah.
One more.
One more. Planer when it's really making good contact. You can tell the difference in the sound
Right.
of the blade.
And you can see, I mean, compared to where we started, this is unbelievably smooth.
And the blah 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 smooth.
Now, this is not a great piece because it has
Split.
a split, but I will probably cut it. This will probably be my side, so I'm okay with it. It is not a big deal.
But still, it took it from.
Yeah, you can see the
Yes.
difference, you know.
Let's see if I can.
And this, I can see, will be very nice because it has a lot of difference
Yeah.
in.
So it took it from that really to this.
Really nice, I think.
Yes.
Really, really nice. In our next machine, we're showing off our machinery today, will be the joiner because again, these pieces, the fencing pieces are not finished in any surface, right? And if you plan to join them, and we need to join two of them to make a wider piece, as the name says, that's what the joiner does, makes a perfect join, right? And all you do is you turn it on. Let me show it in the beginning. You see it, right? It's rough.
Hold on. Yeah, it's pretty rough there. There we go.
And needs to be plugged in. Sorry.
That is what she asked you.
I pretty much did say that.
Did you?
I did.
She
And
said,
you're
does
like,
it need to be plugged in? And you said no.
No.
Oh, I meant you were asking about the port, the exhaust
I
port.
was asking about the actual power.
Yeah, it is actually not cordless.
Power.
More power.
Electricity is important when
Better,
using power
yeah.
tools. More power, more better.
One pass. Look at this. This is perfect.
Yeah, very smooth now.
And we'll do the same on the other side, and that will be done. And as you can see, we have a four-side finished piece now, right? The thickness planer. By the way, you can do the same with here. If you have one of the two machines, you can do everything you want here, right?
Okay.
So this could go through and,
As long as you have a board that fits there.
right. It seems that our limits are 12, because this is 12 and that is 12.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
Oh, maybe this is 8, actually.
I was gonna say,
Doesn't
yeah,
look
this is
12,
it.
yeah.
This is it.
So depending on the size, we have the machines, but we don't have really professional machines, if you wish, right? So they are not huge. This can be a standalone machine that weighs hundreds of pounds. But there is nothing that beats it. I mean, how much sanding will we need to make this sharpness? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, this would take days.
But having said that, if you're not producing a lot or if you don't want to make videos, sanding will achieve a very, very similar result. I'm not going to say it's going to achieve the same result. Off camera giggling. All right. And here two pieces connected, and if you go and see, the joint is almost invisible.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
That's where the joiner and the planer really allow you to have a finished product. All right, so we're going to go on and continue.
We're going on and continuing?
We're doing both. We're going on and continuing.
Excellent. So we did that to square up the edge before
Right.
we start cutting.
Because when we were connecting the pieces, we didn't care about squaring them, right?
So are you going to square the bottom piece too? Or the top piece?
Yes.
While we're at it.
I forgot which one this is, the top or the bottom. I forgot which one it is.
That's the bottom.
We'll figure it out and we'll come back. There? You happy? Maybe we need to change the blade. So mid-project we decided to change the blade because it was not giving us a very good cut, and since these were so nicely finished, we could see the roughness, right? And,
Right.
you know, I like to keep my blades for 5 or 10 years, but
Yes, we know.
my compression fitting
Fell down.
fell down.
Go boom. So these blades are nice. They come with a little plastic guard around them. Let's try to preserve that.
No.
No?
But are they carbide or not? I'm not sure. They might not be carbide. So which direction it comes, it has to come my way, right? So those are Lowe's blades are not, I want to say the highest quality blade, you know, but they're better than a blade we have used for 10 years.
And also, there's more teeth, so it'll be a finer cut.
Right, that's the whole idea, right? So, now that the pit stop is about done, we can resume cutting. Once we decide what we're cutting.
So the new blade squares things up very nicely and makes a very nice clean edge.
Yes. So this is an offcut. On one of our side will be that offcut because it has a continuity, you know. We don't have enough to do the other side that way, but one side will be that way, right?
Okay.
All right, so we need to find the board to put the other side. So we have this board here.
So those are going to be that's the short end, and then these are going to be the longer side.
Well, we need another one of this. So which one you want? This is a little. Oh, this actually is much more pink. Much is better. What do you think? So we need to cut another piece.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't have.
Well, we don't have
Any more,
No, we
but-
don't.
Okay.
So the smaller piece here is our top that we've already cut to the bottom that we've already cut to size.
Hold on. So we're going to use glue and screws to attach this sides. You might want to go a little in, so go in so that will be flush. So I would say 3, right? Make sure you're not too high.
Oh, that came through the.
Okay, don't go to the next one.
They're right there in the tray. I put some in the tray, but that's fine.
Perfect.
So now we're trimming the two other side pieces to the correct length.
Man, that blade makes a really good job. That does a really good job,
That's
doesn't it?
fantastic edge right there. Really fantastic.
And that's for the record, I bought 2 of them for under $20, both.
Nice. And then this fence is still set to the correct width, which will be the height of the sides, and so
Right.
we're going to run each one of these through to get the correct.
We can do them together, actually. We have the right height on the blade now. You want to do it or you want me to do it? You don't need that.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Super clean cuts, like it. And those look really close to the side. They're like a hair off.
Just a hair.
Yeah, so we didn't quite cut,
Oh,
but they're,
oh,
yeah.
actually, these are almost identical.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little.
So which ones we want? The longer ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to try and make some dados on the top of the box. So we're going to make sure that we are correct here. Why did that go down? Okay, I think so.
I can turn it on for you.
Yeah.
Ready?
we're going to do that 4 times.
Totally.
Right. So we need to, and this is the hard part, right? Is the alignment, I think.
But you need to make sure it's flush first.
Okay.
Flush first.
And we're essentially trying
Is it
to make
aligned?
it the width of this, which is the width of one of the sides, which also coincides with our 3/4 inch dado blade, right?
Yeah.
And so we're lining up the edge of the board with the blade. And it'll come on through and make that little dado, or what looks like a lip on this board.
You check it. Check it. Check it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think the board slid for some reason. Maybe you're left.
Two more times.
I thought it was one more.
We've only done 2.
No, we've only done 2. Okay.
So we're going to do a little cleanup and then we'll check the fit afterwards. And here's our finished box. This is the most elegant box we've built today, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And you might wonder, this is a strange shape for a box, and exactly that's what DIY does, right? We have a, what's called a display plate, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
We cannot show it. We have a display plate that we're going to put to this, and we're going to personalize it as a gift. So it was a very specific dimension box, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why we made it today. And of course, by simply changing the dimensions, you can make it any way you want. The fundamentals are the same as we showed you. Good.
So here's our glued piece. We put it on a piece of wood that we just help hold it stable while the glue dried. You can still see the outline.
Hey, are you
We're
showing
getting ready
our
to cut
mistakes?
it. No, we're just getting ready to cut it. All the grain actually adds something to it too. Even though it's mostly pine, it still has really nice grain and waves in it. Cool.
Now let's see if we can break it by... I like it. What do you think?
I think it looks really nice. Very nice idea that you had there.
And the idea with tilting it is, as you see now, the peduk is not horizontal, right? I mean
Right.
vertical, horizontal.
Horizontal. And so the idea was to make it look like a garland on a tree, right?
Yeah. I think
Some
it
accent,
looked
yeah.
pretty good. So the idea with something like this, first of all, you can make it with much smaller wood. In fact, I think that this would have been perfect, right?
Yeah.
And it will make it go a little easier and faster on your tools because it wouldn't be as hard. Also, you can scale it. If you can scale it down, that can be a Christmas ornament, right? A Christmas tree ornament. And if you scale it up, it can be a charcuterie board or a serving board for the holidays, right? But overall, I think it came nicely.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Okay, cool. Now, we have shown you how to do this in a previous video, so we didn't show you the details, but we decided to make a small box using finger joints, right? All right. So we could use clamps and close them if you want. Where is the glue?
Okay, so we've got the box with their finger joints together, marked and cut a top and bottom that are exact fits for the size of the box. Gonna put some glue on there and then brad nail it for the bottom.
Okay. And this glue, because it's tacky, does very well when you're not, when you're vertical, right? It doesn't run.
Right.
But it also dries very quickly.
Pretty quickly, yeah. So you gotta work fast.
If you hold it once you align it. Is it aligned? Oops. We only had one, oops. Okay, good. And so here is our completed little gift box made from cedar with finger joints and a nice top that we did the same way as we did before. Right? It has a nice tight fit. All right. Well, friends, here we are at the end of our video, and I have a couple of things to do. I will personalize them using our laser, and we might put some oil on it. Have you decided?
Yeah, probably.
The tree you could finish with coloring. We're going to only put oil, I think, on this, right? But you can definitely decorate it and paint it something different than we do. Or, of course, you can leave them as they are, very natural, right? This was for 3 projects. If we were not filming, it would have been, what, 3 hour stops, right?
I think so.
This didn't take much, primarily because we didn't film much on this, right? But this was maybe 20-minute stops to make this box. Any challenges we have? If I was to do it again, I would make this a little thinner. We didn't need that thick a wood, right? I mean, it's okay. If you make it in a charcuterie board, you want that thickness.
Right, right.
But for my purposes, to be a decoration, you really don't need it as thick.
And you can make the inset wood as big, as wide of a piece as you would like. We wanted it thin so it looked like garland.
Right. Anything to give it character. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, we'll appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the other button twice. Share, like, subscribe. Let us know what else you might want to watch in future episodes of the Urban Homesteading channel. From Dr. Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, Elpida, happy holidays.
Happy holidays!
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we hope that you stick around with us for another year in 2021.
2022?
2022.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your support. We're approaching 9,000 subscribers. You remember the days, Elpida, when we have like 2? And
I know.
we went 3 and we celebrate. Ew, 3 people are watching us. Yeah, so we appreciate all your support through the years. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please let us know. Stay safe, friends.